On this hunt, I'm heading into the public land with a mate from work and his boy. Now these two guys are only just getting into hunting, so I've invited them out to show them my style of hunting and provide them with the opportunity to ask a ton of questions and hopefully learn a few things along the way. Oh, and of course, try and tip over a deer. As we hit the unsealed road, it's not too long before we get to the car park, get our packs out and get ready for our walk-in. So we have arrived at our walk-in spot. We've got a vehicle here, so I've been talking to the boys as we've been coming in about the challenges of hunting in public land, and we have to now try and kind of find this guy to see where he's hunting so we can maintain safety while we're up there. But first of all, let me introduce you to the boys that are going to come on this trip, and I'm going to try and hand over as much knowledge as possible. First person is
Armand Struvik. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I work with Thane and I need lots of help, okay? I'm an amateur, I have not hunted before. He had to help me to strap my rifle onto my pack, so I'm a blank canvas. So we really want to have some technique. I really want to see how to hunt. That's it. Let's give it a go, eh?
All right, brother. And who have we got over here?
I'm Ruben, and I'm just as much as a rookie. I just know about hunting, and that's really all.
And Armand is your?
Dad.
Is your dad, yeah. Yeah. That's the boys, the boys.
Okay, maybe not. This is mother's side, eh?
Yeah. Anyway, that's us. We're going to packs on and head in. We've got about an hour walk in first. Like I said, we've got to find out where this chap is, if we can locate him. Just a quick rifle safety status before we head up. My rifle is strapped to my pack, no mag on, bolt in. Aman, what's your status?
Same here, strapped to my pack, no mag on, and bolt is in.
Yep,
she's
cool.
All good to go. Nice
and safe. So one of the key things I want to introduce to these guys is firearm safety. Got his firearms license, he understands it, but doing your firearms license, you know, sitting in a course is one thing, but actually applying a firearm safety while you're in the field is still one of those challenges that a lot of guys don't challenge each other or don't tell each other the status of their rifles. Hence the reason I harp on about it like a broken record. What's that? Let's get moving. Yeah, Ruben said we got to get moving. Let's go. So once again, going into the bush, this time with the legendary Stein. He's got his own YouTube channel, so we went like next level. Just want to tell you boys, he's fit, Ruben's fit, and there's always me at the back. But we're gonna make it, boys. We're gonna make it. So, we have made it. No one's broken. And we made it up into the one of the good old honey hole spots. I was going to take the boys right into the back, into one of my other spots, but no point breaking all of us to get there. But I think we've spotted one deer at the back already. So, but we're going to settle in here. I've just reiterated the first golden rule when you get to a spot like this, which is nobody looks for a deer until we're all unpacked, our gears out, rifles out, we've got warm gears on, our heart rates come down, because you can't shoot steady when your heart rate's going boom, 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 boom. Alright? Last thing you want to do, particularly if you're new to hunting, is get the panic on, you know, especially if it's got big antlers. But you can't eat antlers, eh boys? They taste terrible. Anyway, we'll get our shit squared away and settle in for the evening. So I've just taken the boys through a lesson on how to glass, and some of you guys that have followed me before know it's an army recon technique I picked up by spending many hours and hours in OPs. I advise them that because they're both right-handed, both read, obviously left to right, that they'll have a dominance of sweeping their eyes over from is it right to left that way. So to start their glassing from left to right and work a whole pattern across this whole face here, so become pattern orientated the way they move the face, and then change the pattern up. Also said to the boys about familiarise yourself with every single one of the most prominent faces and almost commit it to memory, so that if anything changes, they know what changes on the slip, and it requires them to look a bit harder. We also, if you visit a spot a lot like this one, it's about to get everybody onto the spots really quickly, you give them names. And over here we've got the basin, we got bottom flat, we got 600, and we got 650. Oh sorry, we got long face. Yeah, 600 bottom flat basin. So if I yell out to them 2 deer on the bottom flat, they kind of know where to look. Anyway, they already got it wrong. Guess who won't be shooting tonight? Tweet these things, my son. Tweedle dum and tweedle dee. Anyway, let's put all this great tuition into practice and see if the boys can't spot us a deer. Well, after that long-winded explanation of glassing techniques and range identification, it was time to settle down and look for a deer. Once the boys were settled, I decided to shoot up the track to have a quick look for the deer we'd spotted before, and bugger me if I didn't spot one just around the corner from the boys. So quickly whip back, grab them, grab the gear, get ready for a shot. Stand by. See the camera get bumped off just before the shot? Yep, that was me, kicking it with my bloody foot. So a bit of drama, a bit of action. We may have just smacked one. It was a quick shot, and Ruben and I are just going to try and rattle across here really quickly and try and see if we've hit this deer, because someone on the camera didn't film it properly. He had one job, Ruben? One job. As we headed down to recover this deer, I took the opportunity to explain to Ruben some of the challenges we face when trying to navigate our way up into the deer. Just before getting to the bottom of the gully, I pulled up short and asked Ruben to choose us a path across to the other side. This young fella's pretty onto it. Wasn't too long, we were up the other side, standing on the spot where the deer first popped out. Well done, buddy. What can you see down there, Ruben?
Blood trails.
Blood trails, awesome, man. Right, my number one guide here is going to track this deer. Jeez, look at that tree, Ruben.
Covered in blood.
Wow. What's down there, bud? Whoa. Lots of blood? Oh, nice one. With our deer secured, a few photos taken, it was time to get into field butchering. Starting with the back legs, onto the front legs, and finishing on the back steaks. Nice work, mate. Alright, we'll get this other one off. So, we got the back legs off. My man's done a great job holding the bag. We're gonna, what do you reckon, Ruben? Is that just absolutely destroyed? Should we take the shoulders, or should we leave that one behind?
I'll leave that one behind.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the other one, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. So we're going to whip the back stacks off. I'm going to take the first back stack off, and then you're going to take the next one off, and I'll show you how to do it, okay? Oh, good, bud. All right, you position them all right. So what's your first cut? Yeah, run it up hard against that backbone. The backbone to the right, yeah. As hard as you can get it, yeah. And then, yeah, all the way right to the back. And just cut along the bottom of the, that's the one. Yeah, nice work. That's the boy. And work your way all the way up here. Yeah, that's the boy. Yep, good stuff. Yeah, boy. One big back steak right there. Covered in grass though, eh? Jesus crikey. Alright, put him in the bag, bud. Now with all the salvageable meat. Now in our meat bags, it was time to pay our respects to the animal and clean her off the hill. Just a little pat saying thank you. And then if you want to biff her down on the, give her the big heave ho, buddy. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Yeah, mate, awesome. So with our modulus pack fully laden with our venison, it was time to head back. I took the opportunity again to ask Ruben to navigate our way back based on the topography or lay of the land in relation to where the shooting blind was. I think my little mate might have lost his mojo on this one, as we ended up coming up on the ridge right in front of the blind, right in front of his father. It's all good. Back safely, and that's all that matters.
Awesome effort, man.
With darkness closing in on us, it was time to head back to our camp spot and prepare for the evening. First duty was to get our venison hung up for the night to allow it to set. The next priority is to get our tent fly up. Now, I'm quite pedantic, some would say almost anal, about how my fly is both set up and put away. And I know this stems back to my military days, where your ability to erect your fly in pitch black darkness, take it down in a tactical manner, meant not being compromised. Yes, I know, you're not in the army now, but old habits die hard. Nothing worse than trying to undo someone's bloody granny knots in your rigging lines in the middle of the night. Now, normally what you do is you rope it back on itself, always this way, so I'll show you why. So the whole idea is you rope it back here, and cinch off here, so that when you go, all you do is pull it here, and you don't have to go back down there.
Okay.
Here. So it's just a half hitch over, like half hitch loop.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. With our fly set up, it was time for us to have some dinner. The boys hooked into the stock standard 2-minute noodles, while I treated myself to some real meals, cheesy mash with a few slices of salami, molto bene. With dinner complete, it was time to get in the sleeping bags and reflect on the day. 9:30. So we've had a good evening, we've had a good bit of tucker in ourselves, eh boys?
Yeah, real good, eh?
And plan for tomorrow is try and get one more, eh?
That would be nice.
Yeah, one more would be good. Probably hook back up into the same spot, have a look around, and hopefully try and get one or both these guys on the rifles tomorrow. But we've got some venison hanging up, so that's the monkey off the back, that's the pressure off, so everything we get from now is nothing but bonus. So we shall see you in the morning. The next morning, it's up early and time to get some breakfast on. For me, stock standard porridge and a coffee. I don't know about these other boys though, especially that little fella. What do you got for breakfast there, little buddy?
Tuna and
Tuna.
salmon.
Oh, well, guess what? I tell you what, when you talk to me, you make sure you face away from me, okay? Yeah, I don't want your tuna breath all over me. Coffee over there. Our mate's having a cooked breakfast. What's that like, mate?
She's beautiful, eh?
Yep.
Oh.
After a hearty but interesting breakfast, we headed out to the shooting blind. We sat in the darkness with anticipation and hope, waiting patiently for daylight. So it wasn't too long before we got our first opportunity. I did the same old trick. I walked up the track and I spotted a deer right here. Some irony is, the deer we shot yesterday was right here. And now the waiting game. So, close encounter this morning. Deer, 125 metres just down in there. Saw the back of her, tried to line up for a shot. And she's just moving and weaving in and out of the bush. The wind was in our favour, but she just never presented a good enough shot for Armand. So back to being on the glasses and looking for another one. I gave the boys a little challenge. Like I walked up the track to go glass another spot, and I said to them, you've got till I get back to spot a deer. And I showed them the face. I said, way up the back there's always deer up there. They had one job, the two of them. One job they had. Anyway, that's right. I was blaming it on the binoculars now. But anyway, it's just talk to them about why is that deer up there. And there's a number of attributes when you're teaching young hunters. I mean, that place up there's got cover, it's out of the wind is pumping from the other side of the hill, and it's got sunshine, and it's got plenty of feed on that face. Deer are always feeding out there, so when you're teaching guys to do this sort of blind hunting or still hunting. That's what they've got to learn, you know. But when you look at a place like this here, because it's so close to the track, it gets absolutely hammered, and deer really don't come out here in the daytime. It's very dangerous for them. I'll give them another competition, see who can spot the next deer, and I've got a funny feeling I'm going to win. Well, unfortunately, no more deer were spotted, so I took the boys through an exercise on how to read wind by using my Kestrel to get the wind strength and understand what impact it has on the vegetation. A cool little exercise to understand wind strength, wind direction, and the potential impact on your body. So as the morning wore on, no more deer were spotted, so it was time to pack it in, head back to camp, and teach the boys how to bone our venison out. Oh, while we were sitting on the blind, I got a message from my good old mate, the Big O. Said he was going to pop up for a walk and bring a little visitor. Well, looky, who decided to come up for a visit? Look at you, eh? So cool, come up with Dad. Oh, you're so... Have you got a lunch in there? Oh, yummy, man. Pretty awesome. The big fella's popped up to say hello and look pretty fit. Are you pretty fit, eh?
Fit like that, eh?
Anyway, we're gonna settle in, clean up our meat, have a bite to eat, and then make a plan to probably skedaddle out of here. Yeah. So having the big fella up here was a huge bonus. As we started to hook into boning out the venison, it was a good opportunity for the big fella to show the boys how it's done. Yeah. That's a cool. Righty, so that's us. Cool to have the big bro come up and join us up here and bring baby out for a walk. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi, wave out. Good girl. So we just want to conclude this trip because this has been a bit of a learning experience for the boys. They want to come sit down here and just, if you've got any more questions, and now because I've got the big fella up here, you can take advantage of both our experience in terms of this style of hunting. Yeah. Thoughts?
Patience
Yeah.
is a big part of it.
Yeah.
How long would you take before you actually call it you had enough in the morning? So what's your cut-off time?
Like a morning hunt, like what we're doing there? Yeah. What do you reckon, bro? We normally...
Normally like your deer, your first 2-3 hours in the morning,
Yeah.
are like your shine times.
Yeah.
First light is the best. First light is the best.
Yeah.
Basically, once you get down to 10 o'clock, it'll start to die down.
Just to support what the big fella said, that's how we normally do our morning hunts. Is we've got get up in the morning. It's a couple of out to around about 9 o'clock, 9-10 o'clock. We start thinking if we haven't seen any animals, we start thinking about making a plan to head out. So today we stayed hooked around to 11, waiting for the big fella to come up. But 11 o'clock is probably the max, bro? Max we've ever stayed at. But in saying that, we have shot deer where the two of us may have been having a sleep but woke up at 11 and saw a deer and then shot it. So yeah. Any other questions, bro?
Skyline. How do you hide yourself on the skyline? Is that a very important thing for range, or is it not so? Because one thing that we always got taught is don't be on a skyline. But for me, it's like, does it really matter if you're shooting so far out?
Well, you think about where we are here on the side of this track. It's hard. You won't skyline yourself because you've got the bank up behind you. Yeah. It's really the movement that's going to give you away. You know, if you're right on top of those hills, you're going to skyline yourself. But generally, because we're so far away, you can get away with a hell of a lot. You know. I did tell you guys last night that we were here filming with Multi TV, and we did have a director that that scared all of the deer. Sorry, Mark. And what about you, Ruben? Any thoughts or questions you want to ask us?
I actually found it fun learning how to shoot a big gun.
Yeah.
How to control your shots.
Yeah.
I think for next time I'll try practice it on the Magnum,
Yep.
and then when I come back I'll try shoot a deer.
Yep. Well, with a couple of the things you and I talked about when we went down to recover the deer, just with your navigation and stuff.
Yeah, that we should always, he also showed me, Dan showed me what damage deer really do to the
Yep.
bush, and I think Zane for taking us here and also giving me the opportunity to get out here and have fun.
No, mate, that's awesome. That's
Enough for
awesome.
it, eh? It was epic.
Yeah.
Was
Look,
epic.
we got it. If you guys got any more questions, because we work together, so
Yeah, I'm gonna load him with some. You know, I just saw the shooting side.
Yeah.
I had no idea just how to address a gun,
Yeah.
even. You know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
little things like that makes a huge difference.
Ah,
and what to
that's-
pack in our light. So you
Yeah,
still
yeah,
have
yeah,
a bubble
yeah.
with them, eh?
So we might do our outro there. But a big thanks to my bro over here for coming up and joining us on this trip and helping
Thank
with the
you very much,
filtering.
Yeah,
brother.
awesome. Thank you, Stan.
No,
That was
appreciate you
amazing.
having you along, and
Yeah.
little man there, yeah, and little two-legged terror over there as well. Hope you guys enjoyed that instructional video. I'll try and get him in with a few more videos. Him and
There should be a link somewhere. So you can go and look.
yeah. The thing is, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah.